Well, Aquarius, it's September 2020. I'm back. As I said to a couple of the other star signs, I was missing in action, but I know you understand that when someone in your family passes, that you are justified in missing for just a little while. I'm back though. I'm feeling better now, and I'm happy to animate this Aquarius sun sign chart and jump straight into what's happening this month. It's a big month, especially on the financial area here. On the 2nd, we see the full moon here in the 2nd house of your horoscope. Money, money, money. Don't worry if things seem a little ominous with Mercury and the Sun in this 8th house. This is shared resources, and you'll also see later in the month on the 17th, when we get to it, the new moon taking place here, and that's very, very significant for hustling for money and doing what you have to earn as much as you can. You have to be creative, and you have to learn the art of communication and negotiation. That is the big thing here, particularly, and you'll get a hint of that for the later, more important transit when the moon here connects with Mars in your 3rd house. Challenged, of course, by the expenditure planets here in your 12th house, but nothing you can't get on top of. Some problems here around the 6th, 7th and 8th when the moon is passing Mars, then Uranus here in your 4th house. Some sudden or unexpected changes in schedule in your family life, but that will work out well because if there's a lovely triangular, what we call a grand trine between the Sun, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn and Moon there in the 4th house. The 9th, we've missed a couple of things here, haven't we? 6th, Mercury moves out of that ominous 8th house, along with Venus moving to your 7th house. And this is great for relationships. The communication planet here, as you can see, creating a nice 60-degree or sextile aspect with Venus, the planet of love, and actually your best planet, ruling this 9th and 4th sector. Angle and trine rulership is wonderful. Look there on the 11th. That's the big event that I was alluding to, the retrograde movement of Mars in the 3rd house. Communication is the 3rd house. Taking a look at how you can improve your skills to be more persuasive. And that's a delicate balance, because if you look at Mercury up here, Aquarius, it's moving into that very, very tight opposition aspect. It gets more and more intense from the 16th up until the 24th. So this is where you have to be particularly careful in the way you are, sharing your information with others, putting forward your views and opinions. And of course, as I said at the outset, the theme this month is money, and there on the 17th, that new moon taking place in the hidden, transformative 8th house. So it's a transformation means death and rebirth, right? That's the natural house of Scorpio. And the new moon also has that connotation of new beginnings. So it is an important month in that respect, looking at your finances in a new light. There's the connection with the moon and Mercury in the 9th house of legal matters. Some of you may be having some problems there with bureaucracy, red tape, that type of thing. But be careful, as I said, you see the tightening of that Mercury retrograde Mars opposition. The retrograde Mars shows you are already reconsidering the way you communicate. How can you have the most impact? Believe it or not, silence is often a way to get the best response from others. I've got a new mantra now called shut the up. And you add the namaha on the end. But really silence sometimes, that pregnant pause, as I learned many, many years ago, is particularly important for dominating the discussion, controlling negotiations, which is a very strong part of it. So I haven't talked much about this Venus. Look at the lovely aspects forming there with that retrograde Mars, Venus there in your relationship sector, in the warm and convivial sign of Leo. There we have a little bit of a sentimental opposition building in the latter part of the month with the Moon making that opposition there on the 28th, 29th. There it is there. So again, be careful of the way you communicate, and don't let feelings and past emotions discolor the communication you have with the one that you love. That makes you very, very popular. Apart from it being in the 7th house, it has a full glance over here on your sun sign, depending on the actual date in the month that you're born of Aquarius. At some point here during this cycle, you're going to receive the beneficial influence of Venus, your best planet. Great time to negotiate, great time to do so with that newfound insight into the way to get the most out of your negotiations and to get people to say, yes, yes, please. So bear that in mind. Great month for you. I think you can make a lot of money. You can capitalize on opportunities this month, Aquarius. And so if you want more on that, do join me at astrology.com.au. I have more information on the chronological dates of these aspects. I also forgot to mention Mercury moving to your 10th house on the 27th. Again, more to do with communication, all associated with your work. If you need that extra paycheck, that extra income from your boss, now's the time to go and talk about that after the 28th. Daily, monthly, yearly readings should be looked at in the context of the bigger picture of your life. And naturally, these are general in nature, these readings. So if you'd like more of a personalized, detailed reading with me, drop me a note, subscribe at the same time, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.